Who's actually going to get the most out of a 130-inch ALR screen, who can safely walk away, and does the price make sense for the average person who just wants a decent movie night at home? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Those are the 3 questions that keep popping up every time I see a new ultra-short-throw screen on the market, and the AWOL Vision 130-inch screen is no exception. If you've ever set up a projector in a bright living room and ended up squinting at a washed-out picture, you know the hesitation that comes with buying a screen. The risk isn't just spending money on something that looks great on paper, it's the chance you'll end up with a surface that still fights the daylight, or a frame that turns installation into a weekend project. That's why I spend a lot of time looking at how a screen actually behaves in a real-world home, not just at the spec sheet. Projector screens aren't one-size-fits-all. In the ALR, Ambient Light Rejecting segment, the main promise is that you can keep the lights on and still see a crisp image, but the trade-off is usually a more delicate surface, tighter tolerances on viewing angle, and a higher price tag. The short-throw market adds another layer. The projector sits just a foot or 2 from the wall, so the screen has to be perfectly flat and correctly angled, otherwise you'll get hotspots or distortion. That's the sweet spot where a product either shines or falls flat. The AWOL Vision tries to hit those pain points head-on. It's a 130-inch, one-piece Fresnel screen that folds into a lightweight aluminum frame. The Fresnel surface is designed to channel light directly back toward the viewer, which is what gives it that 90% ambient light rejecting rating. The claim of see clearly in bright daylight isn't just marketing fluff. The surface actually has a slight microtexture that scatters stray room light while preserving the projector's own photons. The frame clicks together in under 5 minutes, so you can go from box to ready for movie night without needing a screwdriver set or a second pair of hands. What that means in practice is a noticeable lift in brightness when you're watching the evening news with the kitchen lights on, or streaming a sports game while the sun streams through the windows. I've set it up in a 12-foot wide family room with a 4K ultra short-throw projector, and the image stays vivid even when the ceiling lights are at 50%. The one-piece design eliminates the seam you often see on multi-panel screens, which can be a distraction during close-up scenes. The foldable frame also means you can store it away if you need the wall for a different purpose, something you rarely get with a motorized or wall-mounted screen. On the flip side, the fixed frame is exactly that, fixed. There's no motorized drop-down, no tension adjustment system, and the frame itself, while lightweight, can feel a bit flimsy if you're mounting it on a wall that isn't perfectly level. Because the screen is designed for an ultra-short-throw setup, you have to be precise about where the projector sits. A deviation of a few inches can introduce a hotspot in the middle of the image, which defeats the whole purpose of the ALR coating. The price point sits comfortably in the mid to high range for a 130-inch screen, so you're paying a premium for the ALR performance, but you're not getting the convenience features that come with higher-end motorized models. So, who should actually buy this? If you're a home theater enthusiast who already has a short-throw or ultra-short-throw projector and you want to use the space during the day, this screen is a strong match. It's also a solid choice for gamers who crave a large, immersive display without having to darken the entire room. Think of fast-paced shooters where motion blur can be amplified by low contrast. The 1.5 peak gain means the image will appear brighter than a standard matte white screen, which is a bonus if you're pushing a 4K or even an 8K source and want to preserve detail in bright scenes. Families that enjoy weekend movie marathons and don't want to negotiate lights off with kids will also appreciate the ambient light rejection. Conversely, if you're just looking for a casual plug-and-play setup in a dark basement, you might be overpaying. A standard matte white screen will give you comparable contrast in a dim environment for a fraction of the cost, and you won't have to worry about aligning a projector at a precise distance. People who need a truly portable screen, say, for a backyard projector party that moves from house to house, might find the foldable frame useful, but the 130-inch size and the requirement for a short-throw projector make it less adaptable than a lightweight pull-up screen. And if you're on a strict budget, you'll likely find cheaper ALR options that are slightly smaller but still do the job in a well-controlled,